What's up guys, Sam Adams here, and tonight I want to talk about the Battlefield 4 DLC situation that was brought to light earlier today and last night. But it's actually pretty cool if you are a Battlefield 4 player, one of the few and the proud that are still hanging firm in there even though Battlefield Hardline is out, which actually isn't performing so well, so you're pretty much just a Battlefield player. But that's beside the point. Let's go ahead and get into it. I want to start off with Battlefield 4's launch. It was absolutely terrible, as I have said many times before. It was the first real hardcore gritty first-person shooter on the new generation consoles, and it failed terribly. It was like a faceplant in the dirt at a soccer game. It was just rough. The multiplayer aspect of the game was broken, the campaign was really janky, and all in all, the quality of the game was very poor. It was just rough the first 6 months or so of the game's release, and then DICE patched stuff and released new content, and the premium content really started to get rolling, and the game improved drastically. I'm a huge fan of Battlefield 4. Unfortunately, it didn't live up to Battlefield 3 standards, but BF4 is still a decent title, and now the Battlefield Hardline is out, and it's pretty much hitting its stride as good as it's going to get. People are wondering when the content for Battlefield 4 is going to stop arriving, and I think we've finally kind of gotten a definitive answer to that, but there still might be some surprises in the future. So what's going on is that all future content for Battlefield 4 from this moment on is going to be free for everyone, and this summer there is some pretty awesome content coming to Battlefield 4, which is kind of surprising. So let's go ahead and get the 3 night maps out of the way. You've got night versions of Siege of Shanghai, Galmud Railway, and Zabad 311. I apologize if I massacred those names to anyone that was involved in the development or are a hardcore Battlefield fan. I just know the names of them, not how to pronounce them. But there are night versions of these maps with a giant moon that gives lighting to everything, and of what I hear, the shading and the shadows and the lighting and stuff works really well and kind of changes the map completely, as you can imagine. I mean, think about running through your backyard in the middle of the day, and then all of a sudden it's like the middle of the night. That is pretty crazy and a huge contrast to what we're normally used to. But in addition to this, a new Gunmaster game mode is coming to the game, which is just like Gunmaster from Battlefield 3, or a gun game from Black Ops, if you are familiar with that. It's where you get a kill with a weapon, and then you move on to another kind of weapon, and it's a great way for players that are kind of set in their ways and they use a set kind of gun or a set gun in and of itself to kind of branch out and try new things and see if there might be a better gun that they can use in multiplayer that's more appropriate for their play style. I'm a huge fan of this, and it kind of makes me experiment even though I don't want to with different play styles. That's what I particularly like about it. But in addition to this, there are 5 new guns coming to the game. The AN-94 is also included in that count, which was a hugely popular gun from Battlefield 3 and one that I highly recommend checking out if you still play BF3. But that's pretty much all that's been announced at the moment. There are also, I forgot, 2 new maps coming. One is a community-made map, and then another remake of an old Battlefield map, which is going to be pretty cool. So there's a lot of content still coming for this, and I'm kind of surprised that they're not making money from this, but I theorize that this is kind of the final "we apologize for the terrible launch of the game, thanks for sticking with us through the life cycle of the game" gift to the gamer. I think that's pretty cool, and I really appreciate that DICE is doing that. But this has kind of been assumed to be happening at some point, because the way I see it, if you buy Battlefield Premium, which if you aren't aware is basically the PlayStation Plus of the Battlefield universe, you can buy it and get more out of your game. You can get all the DLC packs for a baseline price of $50. That kind of is a year-long thing. It's just kind of assumed that after that year that the game has been out, there's no more content included in that, pretty much 4 map packs and you're done. That's the general unspoken rule. So once that kind of expired and then the calendar got extended on the Battlefield website, then things started to get interesting and people started to speculate. So it looks like this is the answer to all of our speculation, and I personally want to thank all of the guys over at DICE for doing such an awesome thing for the gamer. You know, we love the Battlefield franchise, we love Battlefield 4 as a game now that it's working, and just to be able to experience more diverse content is just pretty awesome, and it just extends the life of the game even more than all the rest of the content already had. So there you guys have it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, drop me a like down below and comment what your favorite map is in Battlefield 4 or your favorite Battlefield game in general. Do you like BF3? Are you a huge fan of Hardline? Or are you a fan of the Bad Company 2 sub-franchise? You know, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to head over and check out some of my other videos. I upload new stuff like 4 or 5 days a week, so there is always something new for you to check out here on the channel. And as always, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace!